Thank you, everyone. Good evening, everyone there. I'm Praveen from IGPC. I see that a lot of participation. I'm very happy that in front of us, Chairman Suresh ji, then Architect Jubin ji from AAA President, and I see Nitu ji, then Babesh ji here, who are actually supporting this first webinar in the production of AAA. I'm very, very happy. Let me go through the first mode. You see a blank screen, so that's a question. We all take food. We know that we take 3 meals a day. We also know that 2 to 3 liters of water we normally take. But how much of air do you know? How much you take, air we take? Close to, anybody can guess? How much of air we inhale and exhale in a day? Any guesses? 1,000 liters, 2,000 liters, 5,000 liters, 10,000 liters? Any guesses? Let me make you understand. For every inspiration and expiration, we normally take 500 ml of air. Means in 1 minute we have 20 cycles. Means you count 500 ml into 20 into 60. It's close to 60 liters in an hour. So we have in a day 24 hours. It is close to 14,400 liters we actually inhale and exhale. So that's a figure. It is a fact. So now you guess which is important: food, water, and this is the air. Huge figure. So we are talking about this particular aspect in our green interiors. IGPC green interiors, we got to do a lot of focus on the air quality. Our subject itself is called indoor air quality. We have so much of aspects right from beginning 2014, 2015. Like right now, our Vishwaraji and Snehalji was there. They are also present when we developed this training program. As well as Lina Madam, then Vinay Babaji, there's so many interior designers across the pan India. We actually done a group and developed this training program uniquely. We have set of different aspects, right, from eco design, indoor environment, water conservation, interior materials, energy efficiency, are a part of the approach we actually follow in green interiors. Let's go in each aspect only. I'll be going to touch so that we will understand the importance of each aspect. For example, you see eco design, vision. What it means is you want to engage the designers right from the because as an interior designer, we can actually do consciously influence the client in all phases of design. Actually, for example, for materials, you can influence in some time in terms of selection of your materials, in terms of where you are sourcing the materials from. Similarly, if there is the architectural principles such as vernacular architecture or a passive architecture principles, for example, I want to go for a nor air conditioning projects. How do we do it? It is possible. We already learned from our own heritage experiences from our ancestors. All the buildings that you see, monuments, 100 years back, there is no air conditioning at all. Still, every project is actually working very well. People are staying very well. Healthy thermal comfort is very well maintained. You see, this is one of the example in the Asadi studio in Kochi, which is actually designed by B.R. Ajit only himself. It is exactly in front of his studio. Stands at all. It traditionally, perfect traditionally, you're going to see the pitched roof standing and all the tiles styling on the roof you can see. When you go inside, outside is 40 degrees. It is a warm and humid climate in Kochi. When you go inside, you'll actually get a cool breeze because of the design aspect. Pitched roof and followed by staggering walls all around. You see that everything is completely wood and completely crafted designs, everything you only can see in some traditional elements only, which you should not forget. That is the uniqueness this eco vision is bringing to you. You see many architects today, after we launched the eco vision and interior subject, Team One Architects in Mumbai. This is a project, this is office of them only, architect's office. You see right from the beginning, entrance point of view, everything traditional. You see columns, 2 columns in front. You enter the Team One Architects inside. You see a completely transformation actually. The lobby looks very peaceful and traditional look actually. Once you go inside, it's completely corporate, completely contemporary look. They actually done a traditional and completely contemporary look integration. This is possible actually. Only thing is thinking, because when you go, we actually should not forget about our foundations. So we want this eco vision to drive the subject right from the beginning. For example, they should give a lot of importance to the art and crafts, which we are actually missing. For example, in Andhra Pradesh, we have so much of designs Pochampalli, this one, graphics. Everything can be part of a graphic designs. Instead of depending on simple one poster, we think about different designs. Every state, every city of India has got its own unique style, crafts, which you should actually promote. Even the craftsmen, they should get a job. The revenue can be derived. This is one of the aspects we promoted in both interiors as well as green resorts, where you have to do some job to the local craftsmen as well. Let me go back to the indoor environment. This is one of the very, very essential elements, daylighting concept. You brought this daylighting concept many, many years ago. All through all the rating programs, you find daylighting. According to World Green Council, when you work in a space which naturally light coming into your space, the productivity gain is more than 10 to 15%. Can you believe it? 10 to 15%. It is already done. If you close all the blinds, completely blackout, in many of the corporate offices, it's happening actually. Call centers, when you go outside, look at the entire glass. When you go inside, everything is covered with blackout blinds. No visibility, nothing. The employees doesn't know what is happening outside. They cannot see outside anything. Always on the artificial lights. Whereas when you have a natural light like this, reports say that the people can have a deep sleep. You understand what is called a deep sleep? There is sleep as well as deep sleep. So at least 30 minutes to 1 hour, you can increase by deep sleep. When you have a deep sleep, your health is going to improve a lot of things. Even for that matter, in healthcare, this aspect has been very, very important actually. For example, a person who is not well is actually sitting in the hospital for 5 to 6 days suddenly. And after 6th day, when he comes to first time outside, how he feels? He feels fresh actually. He wants more air. Or a patient who is actually there in the hospital for a long time, the hospital doctors say that please take him to around the garden. Why? Because whenever he sees outside, his confidence levels goes up. His depression levels come down, stress levels come down. So this is one of the very, very big signs we should actually follow in our overall interior designs. One aspect. Along with the daylighting, we also follow outdoor views. Views from your desk. For example, why we should have views? See, whenever we are actually in stress, our blood pressure is very high. You're coming from a fight to come and sit. Whenever you see outside what is happening, you will see a small bird chirping or smiling. You may see a small puppy going around, or you see a blue sky or raining suddenly. You will actually forget all the things because it actually decreases stress levels. This is one of the fundamental things that we actually do lot of importance for outdoor views, not the blank wall, not obstructions. It should be very clearly. Anything, it can be green, it can be our skies, it can be water bodies, it can be courtyards, it can be some elements which will actually make you relax. How do you do it? Many of the projects, when you see all the partitions will be 5 feet high, no visibility, because you're already cutting by design itself is cutting. So what we want is your workstation height. The desk is, it is 750 mm by floor level. So the height of the desk overall, including the partition, should be 1050 mm from the finished floor level of our office. Then what happens is, without lifting also, by sitting itself, we can have a clear direct side of vision to exterior environment. We focus. Of course, some cases what they say is we want to go for a glass. If the glass is there, absolutely fine. No problem, you can go for 5 feet, 6 feet because of privacy reasons, so a sound acoustics, you can definitely go for a higher partition. But with a solid partition, not beyond 1050 mm by the FFL, finished floor level. For all the versions, that's why you can see here, all the versions you see, easily any person can see the outside. So views have a very, very great impact on one's health. So this is one of the best project I see. We actually do a lot of site views, and we actually take few projects which are, few pictures which actually gets more impressive. You see this project by architect Snehal Shah, his office only. He may not have shown this cabin, but I'm showing you. So this is a cabin. You see top window, bottom slit. Both have access to views. The person sitting here can have natural light as well as views both together. So you can see skies, what is happening everywhere, but also it's getting a light. And you know what is the sun path? Sun path always gets a glare all around. Whereas when you have this kind of situation where you are having an opening above lintel level, below sill level, no question of glare all through the daytime. You can have filtered lights, fresh, no artificial lights. You see all the lights, no artificial on actually in this kind of design. So he has done actually across three sides. This slit is happening. This is one of the best I found actually. Now I will show you better than this. Can you believe it? And this is also done by our chairman of Bangalore, Syed Berry. He is one of the best I've seen in terms of traditional and modern designs. All four sides openings. I never seen any project actually. I never even thought about it can be possible. Every side they have a jalis. Every four sides, and it's triple height. Triple height means around close 30 to 35 feet. And this is a mask in Kodi. Force has got holes, and they have a beach 12 kilometers away, and in front is only hardly 1 kilometer. Breeze from 12 kilometers actually passes onto the door holes and comes into this space. Whenever they do this namage here, when they sit, when the occupants increase, right? We actually force CO2 levels. Absolutely right. So everything, all the air becomes heated. When the air becomes heated, what happens? It becomes lighter and goes up and escapes from the top window. You see slits all around the building. There's escapes from there. And they also created something called as turbo ventilators. You see small orange patches there. There are turbo ventilators. That means slowly they move and create a suction, stack effect, so that all the hot air automatically pushes. When the hot air actually escapes, what happens? It also creates a gap for a fresh air. So there's a continuous fresh air inside. So the people sitting over here never feel any temperature because Kodi is in Mangalore. There is a once again warm and humid. You cannot actually, once you go outside, you cannot sit actually. Whereas when you sit here, always you feel that there is only 25, 26 only temperature. Whereas then just move out of this building, it is a beach in front, and you actually feel warm and you will get immediate sweat. I already felt the experience. I'm sharing the same experience to you. That means everything is in our hands only. How you design the space. Due to some mosquitoes and this problem only, they have put some sites, some glasses after the design has happened. Otherwise, it will be completely only jollies you can see everywhere. And they also have a minaret, which is renewable energy and thermal turbo energy. And also they have top roof completely with China mosaic, so that the heat also is trapped. Heat will be deflected when you put the China mosaic in the roof. So many things have been followed. And in green building, especially Nation Building Code 2016, chapter 11, which very clearly says that we need number of air changes. When you have ventilation pattern correctly, you will have automatically 8 changes will be improved. If anything above 6 to 8 changes, that is one of the best design aspects. And of course, thermal comfort of the people sitting over here, because who we are designing for, it is the occupants only. You design Taj Mahal, but it is not fit for the occupants. It is not worth actually. Now, fresh air ventilation in offices. Do we give priority to ventilation design in offices? The option is fresh air is advocate. Reality, not advocate, because we are seen in physically with all the projects. Many projects claim my project is perfect in all aspects, but people sitting over here, the CO2 levels will be very, very high actually, because there is no fresh air actually. All the windows always close. They have ducting, but they have forgotten to put a fresh air actually. Any fresh air ventilation standard available? Yes, there is an international standard available. ASHRAE 62.1 2016 is the latest standard you should prefer for the ventilation standard. All the air conditioning designers definitely they follow this standard. What 6.1? See, it gives a direction to all the projects. Condition space, especially. Condition means air conditioned buildings. Of course, for non-AC, not required because anyway you'll be opening the windows. Always condition. Whereas the conditioned area, when you will actually agree, when you sleep in a conditioned space continuously till morning, you will actually catch a headache. Why? Because the carbon dioxide shoots up. The split unit will not provide any fresh air. It only recycles same air continuously. After some time, you will actually feel heavy head or headache. So that's why we actually always prefer to have a split window slightly, so that at least you get a fresh air from outside. Otherwise, very difficult to get the same, because it is sucking always your moisture is sucking. Relative humidity will be very, very low, and carbon dioxide level will be very, very high. That's why you actually feel lack of oxygen in the conditioned rooms. So what this ASHRAE does is, they will say, according to space, area, and occupants, you will provide fresh air continuously. You cannot say whenever you want, we'll open the damper. No, no, no. It is continuous. Every second, every minute. Because I told you already, air. We are breathing, exhaling. How much? Close to 10,000 liters. We are doing everywhere. You cannot close our mouth for at least a seconds, few seconds. So the area into 0.06. That is the standard. Irrespective of the area, suppose let's say your footprint is 10,000 square feet, 10,000 into 0.06 you should multiply. Plus, it also gives importance of occupants. At least 5 CFM, cubic feet per minute. Minute by the unit itself is a minute, it is not hour. So 5 CFM per minute should be pumped. Varies from space to space. For example, you go to the cafeteria, it becomes 7.5. If you go to a mall, 7.5. Because the population is the density in each area is very, very high. So according to density, the pumping pressure is very required. And this is treated fresh air. That means for air conditioned space, you cannot just open like windows like this. If you treat the fresh air, then only you take the air into your spaces. Otherwise, it actually gets more contaminations. Because indoor air is 2 to 5 times more contaminated than outdoor air, as per the US Environmental Protection Act. So that's why all the indoor quality measures when we do, first one is when you put a fresh air unit, please see that they should be away from all the pollutants. For example, you have a smoking room. Definitely the fresh air which is intaker should be outside. For example, you have it washrooms, your fresh air sucking should be outside. So as architects, as the interior designer, please examine the entire whole building outside. What is happening? You do not only see inside and design it. You also have a very thorough understanding of all the surroundings where you're designing a building. Suppose you have a very good garden, better have the fresh air to that area only, better, so that the occupants inside will be happy always. For example, you have a cafeteria where the cooking is happening. You put the fresh air there. What happens? Every hour you get a smell of food. What is cooking happening? You never actually concentrate on your work. So for the perfect concentration, the fresh air is also important, which actually gives always from the oxygens. So enhancing the IAQ, that is indoor air quality, will actually make comfort, performance, and well-being of the occupants. So as you see, World Revenue Council already clearly said that productivity will increase by close to 5 to 15%, 15% increase. So that means normally, let me give you an example of my office. My building CIS GPC is close to 20,000 square feet. We have 100 people. We pay close to 3 lakh electricity bill per month. That is close to 36 lakhs a year. Similarly, housekeeping we pay close to 8,000 rupees. It is close to 7 to 8 lakhs. Water bill we pay close to 30,000 rupees. It is close to 3 to 4 lakhs a annum. Whereas the 100 occupants, the average salary, let's say 5 to 6 lakhs. That means companies spending close to 600 lakhs on these occupants, which is important. The 60 lakhs or 600 lakhs. When you give all the comfort, the employees themselves pay their appraisals, because appraisals range from 2% to 30%. When you are in a green building with perfect comfort, perfect conditions, so employees increase, the productivity increase close to more than 12 to 15%. That is one of the facts. We want you to measure your CO2. So today we have so many instruments available in the market. When we bought a CO2 sensor, it is closely 40,000 rupees a piece in 2003, 2004. Today, hardly 7 to 8,000 rupees. You'll get the best equipment like a dashboard. You can actually see when you put in a desk this particular instrument, you can measure what is the PM 2.5. Here it is perfect, AAQ perfect, RH is perfect because we require at least close to 50 to 60 perfect. Temperature is also fine. What about CO2? This we have examined in a office. They claim they are perfect, but when I've seen this CO2, the fresh air has got a problem because CO2 cannot cross 600 parts per million. That means they need to do a correction. So we advise all the architects and interior designers, please have this small instrument in your office so that your health is properly taken care. One of the best instruments, very simple USB, like a mobile you just put it, it will actually have at least 5 to 6 readings all through the day. At least you'll be happy that your CO2 is much below the 600 parts per million. How to do it? There's so many set examples by our many of the stakeholders in IGBC, CIGBC, like Kamal Mittal. They actually work in plants. There are so many plants available in the industry. Right from 1989, when you see NASA has done a study on the indoor plants, how do you detox your air? Because as I told you, indoor air is close to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. In the air, there are so many pollutants, like example, xylene, which is present in your paints, adhesives, formaldehyde is present in every furnishings you're sitting in a sofa or sitting in chairs, all the fabrics, your curtains, everything having a formaldehyde. Your polish, your melamine polish for the door, vinyl polish when you do, everything has got toxins. You don't know actually. But when the NASA done in the gas chamber closed 24 hours, when they put each plant tested, each plant is able to remove these toxins close to 80 to 90%. Can you believe it? 80 to 90%. You see one plant, Areca palm, it is one of the best plants to remove your benzene and formaldehyde. You see peace lily and snake plant, they are one of the best to remove your formaldehyde, nitrous oxide, so many, and they also called as natural air purifiers. One of the best is your money plant. Money plant is also called as devil ivy. That means this plant never dies, never dies. Then the fern, one of the plant which can survive in humidity levels. Humidity, which is the place in our home which has more humidity. Anybody guess? It is only toilets, because when you once you take a shower, the room becomes more humid, right? When you put any plant cannot survive there. No plant can survive there. Only fern plant only can survive there. So the spider plant. All these plants are one of the wonderful plants you should have in a homes. Especially many professionals tell me that plants will not give oxygen in the night. But all these plants you are seeing in the front of the screen, they give oxygen during the night time also. That's why I suggest to keep a snake plant, a spider plant when you are having the bedrooms, you can keep these plants, including areca palms. They can give oxygen during the night also. That actually helps you sleep. One of the, can you anybody name one plant which works hard 24/7? Only one plant. Only India has got a plant. It's called Tulasi plant. It is called as 24 hours oxygen plant. 20 hours it gives only O2. 4 hours it gives single O, natural O. That's why it also helps our ozone layer. O2 plus O is O3, which actually helps our ozone layer also. So one plant is called Tulasi plant, which is having wonderful properties, which you should not forget. That plant is also now NASA is thinking to put in space. Can you believe it? Please do Google it. And also many of you know Taj Mahal is under pollution. They have done so much of missions they have put to remove the pollutions. Now government is thinking that they will put 20,000 Tulasi plants to detox the Taj Mahal pollution. We don't know, but they are going to do this experiment. So that is one of the wonderful plans we already have in our India. So definitely do it. One other principle that you want to touch is ergonomics. Today, sitting is smoking. Of course, but actually I'm very interested to stand and deliver a speech. So when you sit, it's smoking because you're going to put weight or fat, something happens. When you stand and work, your productivity is going to raise by close to 10%. When you stand and work, your memory actually increases muscle actually. You will remember so many things. And so many versions available today. Because of that, the market transformation. Earlier it's only table, desk, fixed furniture, whereas today you will have your workstations, cabin furniture, everything having adjustable. One button, the version comes up actually. So this is one of the example you see here. It is increased stand. So it will increase close to 4 feet. That means normally the desk is a 750. It can go to 200 mm. That means the flat desk can go to 200. So people can stand and work. It's up to his position actually. For example, you have 100 desks. 10 people can work as per his own comfort. The comfort is important. Next aspect is acoustics. They are forgetting the subject actually. Only very few consultants have left in India. Acoustics is addressed in terms of your flooring, your ceiling, your partitions. Whenever you design, please check the decibels. When you check the ceilings and floorings, please check NRC of the material, noise reduction coefficient. Definitely you will find in the manufacturer sheet, please look for NRC of the material. When you have NRC of close to 0.7 and above, pick for the ceiling. For an NRC of 0.3 and below for a carpet, it is perfect. And the partition, the decibel should be 35 to 45 decibels. You can measure with your own mobile also today. The mobile has got simple apps. You can measure from this direction and one more partition, go other side and check the partition. So you can have a glass full infill and do partition deck to deck to take care of the acoustics. Now let's move on to the favorite subject, energy. Energy, one slide I will finish off. First aspect is air conditioning. All split units, please prefer star and above BE star labeling. Okay, that is for offices where you got simple split units. Small office only you got split units only. Whereas large offices where you got centralized air conditioning system, please prefer COP. Coefficient of performance of the AC emission, chiller emission should be above 5. Above 5 and above only, please have. If the square feet is more than 1 lakh square feet above, then please prefer COP of 6 and above. You have technology available. The radiant cooling technology can give as high as 7.5 COP. What is the COP significance? Our building CIGPC is 20,000 square feet building. We only have 50 tons screw chiller. That means 1 ton is cooling 400 square feet. Normal thumb rule is 1 ton is for 200 square feet. Whereas radiant cooling technology, it is cleared in Infosys building in Hyderabad. 1 ton is cools 750 square feet. And they are not stopping, they're going up only. That means you can see the efficiency. 1 ton you are only buying, it's cooling 750 square feet. You can actually just think the efficiency of air conditioning. The efficiency depends on the COP, coefficient of performance. So I want architects, engineers to just focus on the elements, very key elements only, not going beyond inside. Lighting sensors. Of course, today everything is LED. But what we want is one step above. Task lighting. You see this picture? You want lights, not on the slab. You should have lights on the desk, the focus areas. And how much light is required? Please calculate. Required 2 lakhs, 300 lakhs, 4 lakhs level, 5 lakhs level, accordingly design your task lighting so that it actually have a greater impact. And of course, sensors. Automatically, you can have a daily sensors. Without manual intervention, you can do it. Appliances, star lighting available. Appliances can have renewable energy for your lighting or your spaces. Very simple. We have a uniform plumbing code. What we want is, all you're showing here is, we have put the baseline. 6 bar means 6 liters and 3 liters for the shorter flush. 4 liters for flush is for the urinal. For these things, you should try hard, lower, 20% lower than these baselines. You cannot just match the baselines. We want it to lower better than these baselines. Or green buildings or interior projects, they do not only meet the baseline, they always better the benchmarks. You see, if the flow fixtures, that means taps, even health faucet show called as flow fixtures. They have their baseline is written here. 6 liters per minute is for the tap. For a shower, it is 10 liters per minute. We wanted to go for lower than better. That means for taps, you can go for 3 liters per minute. For a shower head, you can go for as low as 6 to 7 liters per minute. So that 30% savings are achieved by design. Let's see. Interior materials. I think already Shehansi covered this one. So we are running out of our resources. Right? We already seen this one. Iron ore in just 28 years. You already know about our coal. 80 years. After 80 years, your grandchildren are going to see coal in a museum only. Now coming to the forest cover, we are depleting at the rate of close to land of Greece. World over, every year we are losing forest cover of land of Greece. Means that actually gives our responsibility on our designers like us, architects, to go for an alternative means of timber, which can harvest very, very fast. First comes is rapidly renewable timber. We're promoting this one. You see here, first one is called as the bamboos. Bamboo is a very, very fast growing tree. Sugarcane, they grow very fast. Within 1 year, they grow very tall. Eucalyptus, within 4 years, the tree is matured, 100 feet ready. One more, the world record tree. Do you know what is the world record tree? The Empress. Empress is the world record tree. You compare here a fig tree, 34-year-old tree. How do you measure? You know the age of the tree with the rings. This is a 34-year-old tree, both placed in the front, under the 5-year-old Empress. You can see the rings, only 5 rings. It is much in the width as a tall and very, very high. So this tree, the maximum maturity itself is 10 years. So we are promoting a timber which can be harvested in a cycle of 10 years is called as rapidly renewable timbers. So we request all the architects and interior designers to promote the timber which can be harvested very fast, not to depend on teaks, which it takes 30 years, not to depend on white oaks, 120 years, very, very large ages. So we want to go for these. To prefer materials with recycled content. You see flash, you can use in the AC blocks, certain flash blocks. You see these Tetra Paks, you can when you collect the Tetra Paks, you can print you the benches, desks, you can do it. Collect nylon or old carpet, you can print the new carpets. For wood chips, waste collect from your construction, interior construction, you can develop your MDF panels. All the wood collection in the construction, during construction, we say please collect the wood waste or please don't dump in the landfills. If you are a very, very clear project manager, please collect entire wood waste and give back to the recycler. He will take to the manufacturer so that you can produce a beautiful plywoods, beautiful MDFs for your upcoming projects. The next one is this particular project is from Romy Khosla, architect Romy Khosla in Delhi. This project is called Eshar Volvo Mission Company, where they have this all the Volvo machines coming in crates, pine crates. The architect did very well one job. He actually collected all the paint rights of the pine crafts and kept in his showroom and store. Once the building is ready, once it's seated in the furniture, workstation, and everything, he has used this waste pine crates wood into his beautiful cabins, furniture, conference furniture, ceiling elements. You can see everything, paneling, everything made up of fine wood only. That is one of the great examples from the Romy Khosla's design. Now, that's it from my end. Thank you so much. And we are also organizing